gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. Pain is gone.
Hey, it's Nate Savage from GuitarFam.com, and we are going to learn the Johnny Nash song, I Can See Clearly Now. Now, this isn't exactly what's going on in the recording. I wanted to do more of a campfire arrangement for this song. That way you can just grab a guitar, play it anywhere you need to, and have a great time. It's in the key of D, 122 beats per minute, 4/4 time. All the resources are up for you on GuitarFam.com. Let's get into it. Okay, we're in the key of D major, and the chords in the key of D are D major is your 1, your 2 is the E minor, F sharp minor is your 3, 4 is G major, 5 is A, B minor is 6, and C sharp diminished is 7. We're going to use actually most of those chords, and let's just go through the chords that you need to know in order to play this song. You can substitute open chords whenever you can for bar chords here. This is just the way I found easiest to play with the flow of the song, especially on the bridge. So it starts off with a D. These are just the order in which they appear in the song. D, and I'm using a 4-finger G, the 4 chord, G major, A major, for 5. There's a C, that's non-diatonic, that's out of the key, so that's a lowered major 7 chord. There's an F, that's also outside of the chord, and I'm using just an E bar chord shape for that. So anyway, F sharp major. Then you have a C sharp minor with your A minor shape, bar on the 4th fret. And then I'm using a G when it comes to the bridge, just because it's easy to switch it back and forth between that C sharp minor to a G. So a G bar chord with an E shape. So it is a pretty good bar chord workout here. Then I could use an open C, but it's so quick to switch to a C. I'm just using an A-shaped C chord with my bar on the 3rd fret there. And then the last chord that you need for the song is just a B minor, 2nd fret with your bar with the A minor shape. Those are the chords you need to play this song. Now, if you need help with their bar chords, if they're not where they need to be, go to GuitarFam.com and sign up for your complimentary account. You'll be able to access the first module of the Chord Masterclass for free. That'll get those bar chords in shape to where you can use them in songs like this. Okay, if you know those chords, that's great. You won't have any bottlenecks in this song, at least as far as chords go. If some of those are giving you trouble, those are your practice points for the next little while in order to play this song. Okay, now as far as strumming patterns go, feel free to keep it super simple with just all downstrokes. I have several strumming patterns I'm going to show you here, and you can pick which one works best for you. But if all you can do is keep it simple with all downs quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's totally cool, and it would be something like this: 1, 2. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And you know, concentrate on getting through the entire song with your chord changes intact, and then you can go onto one of the other levels of strumming. Here's the second level of strumming for you. It's just down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And in the context of the song, it'll sound something like this. Now, if strumming and timing are something you're struggling with right now, you need a little help with, again, go to GuitarFam.com, create your complimentary account, and start going through Guitar Foundations. It's our free beginner guitar course that takes you all the way from your very first chords to strumming through your first full song that'll help your strumming and timing. Level 3 for strumming is what I'm going to be using during the playthrough for the song, and it's just classic down, down, up, up, down, up, down. Okay, and in the context of the song again, down, down, up, down. Okay, strumming pattern number 4 puts in some mute, so it really takes things to the next level. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's down, muted down, another muted down, and then an up, and then one last muted down. In the context of the song, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear, probably if you're really familiar with this song, that sounds like the whole groove the band is doing on the verses of the song. And just a side note, all these strumming patterns I'm showing you here are for the verses of the song. We have something else coming for the chorus, so these are for the verse. Strumming level number 5 is kind of bass note, full chord on top thing, and it breaks our constant strumming technique rule that we go over in the Guitar Foundations course, but it's for a good reason. Let me just play it for you. So whatever chord you have on, hit the bass note with a downstroke on 1, and then on 2, hit the full chord with another downstroke, but you mute or cut the chord short right after you play it. And then on the and of 3, you have another bass note for whatever chord you're playing. So my D string on this particular D chord. And then same thing on 4. Cut it short, play the whole thing with another downstroke. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear the groove of that song, and it's in full context. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so choose whichever one of these strumming patterns feels good to you. In the context you're playing the song in, whether you're by yourself, with another guitar player, or with a full band, might dictate which strumming pattern you use for the verses. If you can only do the downstrokes, that's great. If you can, go for the down, down, up, down, up the whole time. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what I find is the bit of the most useful if you're playing by yourself and you just wanna have fun singing the song, right? Okay, so let's look at the intro of the song. It's just 3 measures of D. So just a D chord, and pick whichever strumming pattern you want. This is treating this just like a verse. So I'm just gonna do down, down, up 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3 measures. And one thing I was doing there, I was hitting an individual bass note on the first down. You can do that or not do that. It's really up to you. And I'm really kind of accenting the 2s and the 4s as well, so that just to give the song a little bit better of a feel. So that's the intro. When you go to the verse, it's kind of the same feel. To choose whichever of those strumming patterns you want. And the chord progression here is a measure of D, measure of G, 2 measures of D. Then the next 4 bars are similar, a measure of D, measure of G, 2 measures of A. And then the last 4 bars are just like the first 4 bars. Measure of D, measure of G, 2 measures of D. So let me play that whole thing for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2 measures of D. D again, measure of G, 2 measures of A. D for measure, G, D, 2 measures. So the way I will tackle this verse is, first off, making sure you can go to each chord on its own. Make sure you can go right to that D. Make sure you can go right to that G pretty quickly, and make sure you can go right to that A. And then work on any 2 adjacent chord changes, a D and a G, for example, and make sure that's not slowing you down. There's no gaps there. If you can do that, move to the next 2 adjacent chord changes, like a G to an A. If that G to the A is a little bit slower, spend some time in your practice working on just that chord change, really dividing the challenges here. And then work on the strumming pattern. Maybe to a metronome or the jam track, just mute your strings and work on your timing in that strumming pattern. And then once you can do all those individual elements, bring them together and try to play through the verse. First off by yourself, no metronome, no jam track, and then try to play along with a metronome or a jam track. The chorus of the song is where a big change in feel occurs. You move to kind of a halftime feel. If you don't know what that means, that's cool. Just know that you have to switch to kind of a simpler strumming pattern to make it feel like the recording. And the strumming pattern I'm using here is just down, 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 up. So all downstrokes and 1 up at the end on the and of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And you do that for 2 measures. The chord progression here is C for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Then G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, and then you get back into the original feel of the song. I'd probably go back to down, down, up, down, up for 2 measures of D. So that whole thing is kind of shifting gears. I feel like I'm downshifting for the C to G, the 2 measures C to G, and then shifting back up to a higher gear for the 2 measures of D. So it'll feel like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And do it again. You see the repeat signs on course 1 that tells you to play that course progression through twice. The second course is not like that. You only play that chord progression once before you go into the bridge. So let me play that whole course for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, verse 2 is exactly like verse number 1, so you don't have to do anything new from here. Just rinse and repeat, exact same thing you played verse 1. Chorus 2 is exactly like chorus 1, except you only play the progression once. There are no repeat signs. So you play C for measure, G for measure, D for 2 measures, and then you go directly into the bridge of the song. So the bridge has that same kind of halftime feel. So we're gonna go back to our down, 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 or 1. That's most of what you'll see. That's most of what we're doing as far as the strumming goes for the bridge. The first chord is an F. Feel free to do this F bar chord or this little, mini, whichever F chord works for you the best, and then just play 2 measures of F with that strumming pattern: down, 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 down. And that's look all around, nothing but. From there, you just go to a C major chord and do 2 more measures of that exact same strumming pattern and feel. So blue skies. Okay, back to an F, 1 measure of the same strumming pattern: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then still stay on an F for this next measure, but you only have 2 beats of that F: 1, 2, and then you can either play the F for a quarter note triplet. If you're confused about the rhythm on that, just go listen to the nothing but. You hit it on the exact same syllables that he hits on the nothing but. What I like to do is I like to hit an open A string, then a G on the low E string, 3rd fret, and then an F on the 1st fret of the low E string. So nothing but. So those 2 measures of a F will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, nothing but. The next measure moves to an A, and I just use that same strumming pattern that we've been using for the bridge so far to play 2 measures of A. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first half of the bridge. Let me just go ahead and play that for you, and then we'll get into a little bit more involved second half. 1, 2, 3, 4. F for 2 measures, C for 2. F for measure, then we have our special F, A for 2. Okay, from there you move to a C sharp minor, A minor shape, bar on the 4th fret, same strumming pattern, just down, 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 up. Then move to a G major, using the E shape, or you can use an open G for 1 measure, same strumming pattern. The reason I like this is because it's like you have to flip-flop back and forth between that C sharp minor and that G twice over the next 4 measures, and they're really close. It's a little bit easier for me than shifting all the way from the C sharp minor to this open G. It's a really good workout for the bar chords too. I maintain the shape from the C sharp minor, move back 1 fret, and then just scooch the shape over 1 string set, and that gives me my G major. Same thing when I move back up to a C sharp in the next measure, C sharp minor, maintain that same shape, move it over a string set, and then back to a G major using the E shape. From here you can go to a C, an open C. Again, I think that's a little bit harder than doing just this C right here with the A shape. For 1 measure, same strumming pattern, because the next chord is a B minor and I have to have a bar there anyways. Just 1 fret lower on the 2nd fret, A minor shape, same strumming pattern, down, 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 up. And then I'm gonna go to an A major for the last two measures of the bridge. And the first measure is the same strumming pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to build up to go back into verse 3, I just play straight 8th note strumming pattern, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to get me into that verse 3. So let me play the second half of that bridge for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a really good bar chord workout. If you can play that, you can play pretty much anything. Again, if you need help with that, go sign up for the bar chord masterclass. It'll get your hand in shape. Okay, verse 3 is exactly like verses 1 and 2, so nothing new to learn there. That leads us to course 3, which is exactly the same progression in strumming patterns as courses 1 and 2, but instead of doing it twice like course 1 or once like course 2, course 3 does it a total of 5 times. It's really 4.5-ish because there's a fade out at the end of the song. But it's the exact same chords and chord progression. You just play through it, let's call it 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to what we do. Go back into that's 3, that's 4. And by that time, it's faded out. If you're like doing this song live without a jam track or a band or anything, I would just take the last time to go bright, bright, sunshiny day. That'll give you a good ending. So that's it for this song. I hope that you're able to use this around campfires, special events, or anywhere where you bring your guitar, just want to play and sing a song. Now, again, if you're struggling with any of the elements that we went over here, whether it's bar chords, open chord changes, or strumming, go to guitarfam.com and create your complimentary account. You'll be able to go through the first module of all of our premium courses like the Bar Chord Masterclass, and then our complimentary courses like Guitar Foundations for things like open chords, strumming, and timing. Here's the full playthrough for this song for you.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone on the dark clouds and hide me bright. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds and gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be bright, oh bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright.